How about that?
You're injured too.
Yeah, I'm trying to move the chair and it just pinched my finger, but hopefully you guys can stand the look of blood right now. All right. I really don't have much to say other than I'm thankful we won and thankful we're leaving. And got my bag packed, ready to go. So you guys can ask whatever you want. Don't ask me about it. Well, you can ask me about injuries, but I'm going to say I don't know. So just ask away if you want.
Last week celebration, this week's celebration, but there was a little more sense of relief after.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not really in the celebrating mood so much as just being thankful to escape here with a victory, considering what happened.
Can you just talk about the moving pieces that were having to be adjusted throughout today when Keith and Justin?
Yeah, just a lot of things were going on. A lot of guys got hurt. A lot of guys couldn't finish the game. I can at least say that. It was obvious to everybody in that regard. And so, players had to step up. Young players had to step up. And Mike is the play caller, Bobo. He's trying to figure out who's in, who can do what do they know. It handcuffed us just a tad bit. And but we just kept playing, kept fighting, found a way to win.
Have you experienced a run of injuries like that before in your career, particularly high?
Not like that. Not like that. Just such a shame. Guys worked so hard and really went through camp overall pretty good. Had one of our best camps as far as injuries concerned. And now, I just don't know what the carnage is right now. We'll just have to wait and see. I purposely didn't talk to Ron Corson yet before talking to you because I just didn't want to say anything to anybody. Just not in the mood about talking about it now, but soon enough we'll figure out what it is. We'll let you all know.
I'm not talking about Aaron a little bit.
Yeah.
Talk about the injuries, but Aaron's really got going.
Yeah, I'm so proud of him. When you come back for your senior year, you got a chance to go pro, and you come back for games like this, come back for your teammates, come back to try to win a championship, and he's done everything he could do at this point, and I'm really proud of him. Just played like a champion.
And this was one of those do or die championship moments several minutes ago, or whatever it was.
Whatever it was, yeah. I mean, under 2 minutes anyway, and had to move it down the field and score. And quite frankly, the touchdown throw, the play really called for a fade to the outside, and he didn't like what he saw out there, and just jammed it in there, just stuck it in there, man. I mean, I didn't know where he was throwing it when he threw it, but I was glad that he saw what he saw and put it on him.
Coach, do you think there's a point in this game where the injuries kind of took a little bit of an edge off the guys?
I hope not. I mean, obviously, the guys that got hurt made a big difference for them, but I think everybody just wanted to keep fighting. Everybody just wanted to, step up and play. I'm sure some guys went from, I don't know if they were in a relaxed mode, but a mode of, hey, I'm probably not going to play today, and then all of a sudden, hey, I'm playing a lot today. So that takes a little getting used to. Proud of Marshall Morgan. That 57-yarder was pretty spectacular, and then that final kick. We'd still be playing if he didn't make that one, so that was big.
Before the game, you were talking with him for like a minute or two, or was it longer?
Before the game, or
Marshall, you remember that?
I talked to him before he kicked the ball, but I don't know. Did he say I talked to him before the game? Yeah, I talked to him before he made the kick.
What'd you say?
The overtime kick.
I told him that I think he's the best kicker in America. I wouldn't want anybody else kicking this kick.
At that going, they fumbled it over so you guys could win on a score. What's
Right.
your thinking?
Well, my thinking was in the bowl game we just centered it up and kicked it and missed it, and so I wanted to at least try to advance the ball the best we could without getting too crazy. You could try to make a point, but you can also get a tip ball, an interception, or whatever. We knew we were in field goal range immediately. We tried to move it closer, couldn't get it closer, ended up on the left hash. And like I said on the radio, I really don't know if that's his favorite hash or not, to be honest with you. But we called the plays that we thought could get the yardage, and Tennessee just bowed their neck and made some good plays.
Talk about J.J. Green. You always say your one player will play away to a
Yeah.
player, and all of a sudden he's
right. I mean, JJ, when we signed him, we really didn't know what he was going to play. We thought he could play corner. We thought he might be a receiver. Offensively, we thought receiver. And then in the spring, we just knew that we had some issues at the tailback position. And so we just asked him, hey, what do you think about playing some tailback? Okay, coach, I'll play. You know. And it turned out he's a tough nut. He's smart. He's tough. He's a very good pass protector. We all know he's not tall, but he's strong. I mean, he's strong. You see him finish the runs the way he does. He's secured the ball extremely well, and we know he's got some wide receiver skills too. So he's got some ability, and to come into a situation where all you hear about is Gershel. Well, not Gershel. I can't say that, but Gurley and Marshall. And maybe at best he's thinking I'm fighting for the third team position, and now today he was the featured back and came through.
Mark, is there any positives from the injury front in terms of his Gurley maybe back next week or something like that?
I don't know. He really is day to day. Ron felt like he was progressing well. It didn't swell a tremendous amount. We're not counting out this game here. I would have to say that I'd be really surprised if he couldn't make it for Vanderbilt, and I think it's probably 50-50 on this one.
Did you think this game, if you end the game at halftime, you got to be encouraged by the defense?
Yeah.
Second half, the third down troubles came back. Where
Yeah.
do you think the defense was?
Oh man, I just got to watch the game. So many things happen. I mean, we got them off the field, and then we flinch on the punt, get them to 4th and inches, and then they get the big play. That'd have been a nice stop right there. It was about 3rd and 6, and then it turned out to be 4th and 6, and then it became 4th and 1 and all that. So we were getting off the field that particular third down. But I just got to look. When you get a kick blocked for a touchdown, that score goes against your defense. That stinks. We've had 3 special teams touchdowns charged against our defense, but I thought we got better. I think overall we got better.
Did you think you guys had worked out the problems with the punt block team?
We did. We thought we did, and but they came and pressured. They're not a heavy pressure team, but they saw the possibility of let's see if Georgia can figure it out, and they came at least 3 or 4 times, maybe 5, and we stuck a hat on everybody. All the other ones we were fine, and but then we had a guy whiff. He knew who to block. He missed him. Can't do that.
What about the play of Rontavious on the touchdown catch?
Is he the one that caught it? That one at the very end? I couldn't tell who it was. He just had a route that really the ball never goes to that guy on that play. But Murray didn't like what he saw outside and stood firm and drove it in there. It was a good safe throw. It looked like down and low, and if nothing else, it looked like we still had another snap after that. So it just on the goal line, when you throw that type of cut, that kind of route, you want it to be from the belly button to the knees. You don't want it to be chest high. A lot of times out in the field, the same throw you might want to hit him in the chest, but on the goal line, you're shooting for the waistline to the knees, and it looked like Murray put it right there.
Coach, you were talking about J.J. Green and his size. Is it something that's real? People talk about how linebackers and safeties can't see about his size sometimes before he gets through the hole. Is that a real factor? Something?
I don't know. There's probably a little bit to that, but I think when you got a guy that's not very tall, but he's very powerful, he's a very strong kid. A lot of times you hear that term in football, the low man wins. If you get under somebody's pads, you got a chance to kind of dip and lift and drive a guy, and he's got an advantage about getting low on people. And not many people try to get under him when they tackle him, so he has the advantage when it comes to the contact point, and he just drives his legs, and just a strong kid.
Mark, can you put in perspective how much better a coach feels when you've got a guy that's a 5th-year senior, been there as many times as Aaron has, in that situation there at the end of regulation?
Well, we never give up hope. I never gave up hope. And, I didn't think much about it, but, I'm glad Murray was there to do it. But no matter who our quarterback was or is at that time, we always expect those guys to, bring us down the field and score. But you know, Murray has really played extremely well this year. I'm really proud of him, and I think this was a big game. I don't know what anybody else thought, but he played big.
Do you think he's playing better this year, or is he just doing what he did before?
I think he's playing better. I'd say he's playing better. I think he's improved. A lot more confident in everything that we do, and just he's leading. He's probably leading better than he's ever led in these kind of situations. I mean, guys are looking to him, and he's, you know, we didn't have to go to Murray and try to get him ready to go. I mean, he was ready to go, and he was getting his teammates ready to go, and that's probably the biggest difference.
Coach, his big run, were you holding your breath and kind of hoping he would?
No, I was hoping he'd score. You know, a lot of times he'll get the first down and slide if anybody gets close, and he must have seen enough grass to just keep going, which I'm glad he did, and glad he didn't pull a hamstring in the process. You know, guys that don't really run out like that very often, then all of a sudden you're running for your life and you pull a hamstring. But it was good. And I was glad there was a change of the quarter, too. Gave him about 4 minutes to rest before we ran the next play. That was good.
Coach, you philosophy of football, next man, you've talked about it, regardless of the status of these injuries. Do you feel like you're kind of testing that theory a little bit more, next man up? It seems like we're starting to get down.
Well, you know, we've recruited pretty well, and we've got guys that we think can make plays, and there's some guys that we're kind of moving up the ladder anyway. We brought another guy or two that maybe we don't normally bring, and like when Michael Bennett had a midweek injury that we were thinking, you know, maybe he's going to play, maybe he's not. He missed a practice or two, so we moved some guys up and brought them on the trip, which they probably wouldn't have been on the trip if it wasn't for that. And now they're going to get in there and play, you know. Towns and Tibbs probably going to get a lot more work.
Why did Bennett stay and the other guys went elsewhere? I guess MRIs, I don't know, like the other injured players.
I don't know what happened. What did happen?
Bennett didn't get carted off, he stayed there. Is that just the nature of his injury versus?
I guess, yeah.
Time for one more?
How are you after getting rolled the first quarter?
I'm doing okay. I'm sure I'll be sore tomorrow. I really try like mad to stay away from that kind of stuff, and I did a bad job because it happens fast. I probably wasn't very graceful either, but I got up.